You think somebody messed with some of the stuff over here? Let me punch a few buttons. How's that now? That didn't do anything. How's that?
This is what
Hello?
Stan does, right?
Yeah, he comes in here and punches those buttons.
Yeah, they have 1 to 2 of those meetings a week.
That worked real good. You hear me like on a one channel?
No.
And how about this one? Yeah. See, with this one, you can change channels.
I'm gone. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
Not in my phone. Now I can hear you, yeah.
But now you can't hear me at all.
Not in my
I like
earphones.
that. That's kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 8 minutes after 6 on Zeta 4. We might do the weather, do a little break here. We actually have a couple of breaks this hour. We're like we're getting back into the swing of things slowly. We don't want to overdo it.
All right.
We don't have to take a break if you don't want.
Okay, let's skip it. What do we still do? The weather.
The weather,
though?
mostly cloudy today. High about 72 again today. And low tonight, 57. It's 62 degrees now. And
okay, you don't have to give the time and do all that other stuff. We're not going into a break. So, loosen up a little bit. Do it a little more casually.
62 degrees.
Yeah.
Feels good outside.
Does it really?
It's cool.
Okay, let's...
Are you going to check on me? Let me check this weather out here.
Let's see if your temperature is even close to
30% chance of showers today.
Oh, look at that. Somebody is listening and they don't believe your weather.
Call Greg and ask him the temperature.
Now, do we want to call him this early in the morning?
Just ask the temperature. You disguise your voice.
It is 62.
It is?
Yeah. 30%.
Now, how did you look in the Herald and that proves that it's 62?
That's not... I'm just saying to you.
Do they know something we don't?
It's the final edition.
Oh, I see. Okay, good answer. Well, look at
Thanks,
the levels
Captain
on
Dave.
this phone.
He had me this time.
Tragic.
Is this Gloves 94?
Wait a minute. I thought you wanted to fool him. Pretty early in the morning. Yeah, what's the temperature? Come on, Greg. We can't fool you guys, can we?
You know, we just found out that you've been putting us on your air without our permission, and you know that's illegal, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that's probably against the FCC regulation, right?
It is, so therefore, I'm very sorry. We are not allowed to talk to you.
Oh, do you believe that? He hung up.
What a jerk.
Who? That must be a John Moen
He knows
decision.
that he's been on the air here every day.
Oh, God.
He ran to his boss and cried to him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, they've been putting on that whole routine for us every day for a week with the cackling and the kvetching.
Oh, boy.
It sounded like he's been waiting to tell you that for days.
Like he was laughing, and now all of a sudden we've been putting them on the air without their knowledge. Who are you kidding, Mr. Mung?
Oh,
Do you believe that?
this man.
Desperate.
It sounds
All right,
like...
Wait a minute.
It sounds like a John Moen thing.
Who?
John Moen, the PD. Remember what we used to
A
call
moron,
him?
I understand.
No, he's the operations manager.
Oh, are you going to call... Oh, look, Captain Davy's going to call the warm line.
Well, I have nothing to do except I'm enjoying it.
Are you going to tell them
All
they're
right,
on the
now
air?
wait a minute.
Are you going to tell them they're on the air?
I can't believe these guys. I mean, is this what friends are for? Are you guys kidding or what?
That's what we were told.
Now, come on. Are you guys joking? Are you pulling our legs?
Not kidding.
You're not kidding.
No, can't do
Somebody over there's upset?
it. Yes.
You're not upset, though, are you?
No.
Okay, as long as you're not upset, we don't care.
No. You know better than that.
Because we know your management people are morons just like ours, okay? Am I right?
Yeah, I've had some experience with them. Don't forget.
Well, we don't want to get into that.
I felt bad having to even say that, but I was, given a directive, and
Well, why are you talking to me now? We're on the air. Come on, Greg. Fight for your rights. Don't be a wimp. Don't just wimp out and roll over and play dead. Come on, baby.
Donald, you're going to have to give a big...
No, don't do it, Donald. Don't do it.
Oh, sorry, we can't play anymore. They won't let us.
Hey, Donald.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I did it! He did it! I knew he had it in him. I knew he'd do it.
Gee, I don't want to touch that line with a 10-foot pole. Okay, boys and girls, it's 13 past 6 on Zeta 4. I just, can you believe that last conversation? Now, that was, I'm an emotional wreck.
Now, I would say that Mr. Moron, their PD, is going to have that warm line changed.
You think so?
Yeah.
What, from one lousy call?
I bet.
Well, you'll still find out what it is.
Oh, yeah. But that's been their warm line for about 2 years.
Oh, good.
And if he hears you call, I bet they'll change it. Don't you think so?
The warm line.
Yeah.
In other words, like a hotline, but not so hot. Like their numbers.
It's kind of appropriate for that station. That instead of have a hotline, they have a warm line.
Yeah, and after the next book comes out, they're going to call it the lukewarm line. Oh, jeez. We need a little respite from all of this.
And now, here with a special Christmas message, the immortal Elvis.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. This here is the King. I know I haven't been around much for a while, but I want y'all to know that up here in rock and roll heaven, I'll be thinking of you this Christmas. I'd like to give y'all a special Christmas message. A message of peace. Like, how about a little piece of that pie going by? Thank you. Thank you very much. Like I was saying, Christmas is a time of hope, time of joy, a time for loving. And I sure would love a big slice of that pizza you got there. Thank you. Thank you very much. No worry about that. Oh yeah, Christmas. Now Christmas to me means family. And family means friends. And friends means getting together. And getting together means eating. Oh, pass me that drumstick, would you please? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And I just want to say to you right now, you know, I may be a big star, maybe too big. But ain't nobody so big you can't reach out a helping hand. A hand. Would you hand me a helping of those mashed potatoes over there, would you please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, like I was saying, ain't nobody so big you can't stoop to help a friend in need over the holiday season. Now, speaking of season, you want to pass me that salt sugar when you get the chance? Thank you. Yeah, just unscrew the cover, that's right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this Christmas, why don't y'all take a tip from old Elvis? No, leave those steak tips right where they are. You know what I mean? No, I appreciate it. Thank you. I want you to remember, we're all part of God's great big family. And you know God made man into his own image. And look in the mirror, I'd have to say God must be a big, big son of a gun. You know what I mean? I think you do. But I especially want y'all to remember this one last thing. When you're all at home this Christmas, stringing that popcorn up on the tree, save a big, big bowl for the king. Extra butter, know what I mean? I think you do. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Neil up with a smile.
With a smile, yeah.
Drinking my coffee, munching on my donut.
With Zeta 4 on the dial. Get ready to go to school with Neil. With Zeta 4 on the dial.
Driving to work in my Rolls with a darling Neil. With Zeta 4 on my dial. Oh, really?
Neil, and sweet. Neil, Neil, Neil. Neil, and sweet. Neil, and sweet.
All right. 6:16 on Zeta 4, and I wonder about that. It's too bad somebody doesn't have a key to this room, because that Elvis thing that we just played, the Christmas message from Elvis, I bet you that would be big on AM, don't you think so?
Why do you think that?
Yeah, of course, we don't have time to play it, because we don't play music, we just talk about it. A lot. And that should be our poll today. Do we talk too much about music? Like yesterday, not only did we not talk about music, we hardly played any.
One or two
Maybe a couple of songs, and that was it.
In the whole 4 hours.
And then, of course, we played our usual 8-minute cut to go home by.
Is that the longest cut you could find?
No.
You couldn't find anything longer?
That was close. Anyway, let's give those numbers out, because I bet you we got a lot of people in the audience who have something to say today. Unlike that show I heard yesterday in the afternoon on the AM.
No one had anything to say.
Wow, what a show that was, huh?
Do you like I really enjoyed the
I don't know what he's doing. Then he goes on about how we have no competition. I mean, who the hell is he kidding? He's got Alice and Steve-O, and that's all his competition,
Yeah,
nothing else.
look at his competition.
We've got Tanner, and we got Sonny Fox, and we've got our two good friends who just said goodbye, boy, there. We got them, and we got Rick and Spuds, and we've got Herman and McQueen, and geez, good Joey, of course.
Joey who?
That's pretty stiff competition.
Joey who? And
Joey Pinto.
You hear he was talking yesterday again about how the show is different. How it sounds different on FM.
Yeah, that's another question in our poll today. Is the show different on FM than it was on AM? You know, we've been through this a million times, but we just got to get it out of our systems for good old you-know-who.
Yeah.
What is his story, anyway? He's getting really, like, surly and hostile. Maybe he sees the handwriting on the wall. You think so? You think that's possible? 620-3600 in Dade, 779-3600 in Broward, and we want to know where the hell the mobile callers are, too, so we can say... Mobile. We've had a minimal number of mobile callers ever since we started over here. There's something strange about that.
I don't know.
Bizarre.
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out, right? Dade County, good morning.
Hello, Neil.
Hi.
This is Abram again.
Oh, yeah, you're getting to be a chronic regular, Abram.
Yeah. Well,
Avram?
the thing for the poll, you know, I used to listen to you on AM. I don't know, I just liked it better. You played more of the joke songs and... I don't know. I just liked it better. But anyway, and for this thing now, you know, I have my radio on.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. How old are you?
14.
Would you like to get to 15?
Well, I don't know, Neil. I don't know. It's still a really good show, and I listen all the time.
But it's not as good, right?
And I don't know.
This call would be very popular in my house.
During the afternoon. I couldn't listen to it. I'm glad because I couldn't listen to it because I'm at school during that. So in the afternoon, I'm at school now. You know, I used to listen to it during the summer, in the afternoon, but now that it's on in the morning, I can listen to it during
Great, that's excellent. I'm so happy, even if you don't like it.
I know, that's good. Okay, so I was really happy, but, you know, I have my radio on. There's no time tunnel.
Well, he's saying that the show is different in the morning, aren't you? Isn't that what you're saying?
I don't know what he's saying. He's like babbling a whole bunch of
Oh, it is different.
incoherent words.
So he says...
It's not different. It's the same show, okay? It's the same show, only it's on FM, and we play a little bit more music, and once in a great while we play a lot of music, but very rarely. It's the same show, okay?
Well,
come on, Avram, let's get with it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You better be nicer. We'll change your last name to Lipschutz, okay?
Okay. But there's no time tunnel. You know what I mean?
No time tunnel. This is the big complaint.
Oh, I see.
No time tunnel.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have a nice day, Avram.
You know,
oh, jeez. Will you say goodbye, Avram? Hey. Say goodbye.
Boy.
Boy. Oh, jeez.
It's a good time for the good time for the great time for the great good time for the great
boy.
Well, at NBC Monday night, the network switchboard received 150 phone calls protesting, irate viewers protesting the preemption of ALF to run an interview with Soviet Premier Gorbachev.
Yeah, some nerve they got, don't they?
Can you believe that? An exclusive interview with the Soviet leader. In the 15-city overnight ratings, Tom Brokaw's much ballyhooed interview with Gorbachev pulled only a 13 share of the audience and placed third. Now, in its time period, it lost out to ABC's The Ultimate Stuntman, a tribute to Dar Robinson, and CBS's Kate Nally and Frank's Place. And Farrah Fawcett has won the poll among New York dentists and dental hygienists who voted her the winningest smile of 20 celebrities. Now, others who placed in the poll were Debbie Allen, Whitney Houston, Elizabeth Taylor, and your favorite, Neil, Alan Alda. Oral Research Laboratories commissioned the poll of 285 dental professionals. Let's do the weather now.
Please.
A mostly cloudy, 30% chance of showers today. High 72, low 57. It's right around 62 this morning.
Let's talk to Avram again, huh?
Yeah. And this is Zeta 4. It's 622.
Following monthly payment offer based on 60-month commercial lease with a minimum of 1/3 down for 1 year. Dealer participation may affect savings.
Cut your car payments in half.
Come to Fiesta Toyota at Expressway Toyota.
50% off your car payments.
On selected new Toyotas.
Or no money down.
Or $3,000 holiday cash back.
Fiesta Toyota.
This weekend only at Expressway Toyota.
The party has started.
The food is being served.
Music is playing.
Under the tent.
This weekend at Expressway Toyota.
Pay us a visit and we'll pay half your monthly payments.
New Toyota cars.
Regularly $200 a month.
Half off.
Just $100 a month.
Toyota trucks and vans.
Regularly $180 a month.
Half off.
Just $90 a month.
Fiesta Toyota.
This weekend only at Expressway Toyota.
On Flagler Street.
1 block west of the Palmetto.
Across from Midway Mall.
50% off your monthly payments.
Expressway Toyota.
It's the holiday season at America's leading jeweler, Service Merchandise. And right now, you can take advantage of some very good prices on some of our most popular items. Our ladies' 1/2 carat total weight diamond anniversary ring in 14 karat yellow gold is sale priced at just $499. You save $200. Quality, selection, value from America's leading jeweler, Service Merchandise. No one offers more value at any price.
Neil Rogers, the rock and roll monster.
Okay, so we don't play enough bits, right? Is that complaint number one?
No time tunnel. I think he was more upset about that.
Wait a minute.
No RF.
What is that?
That's how we could have got the temperature.
What's that time tone?
Time tone?
Yeah, I just heard a time tone, like from Radio Marti or something.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Are we being invaded again by illegal aliens?
I didn't hear it.
Holy Toledo. Okay, let's take a couple of more calls, and then we're going to play so damn many bits this morning that Avram will finally shut up, okay? Because, he's a good kid, but if he wants to live to be 15, he better straighten up. Better clean up his act a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Dade County, hello.
Good morning, Neil.
How are you? Good.
Okay. First of all, let me tell you that I think the show would be a lot better if you could eliminate about 13 minutes of music a day.
Okay.
And secondly,
wait a minute. Write this down. 13 minutes? Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And just the show in the morning is just as good as it ever was.
Of course it is.
Terrific.
All these people, it becomes like fashionable to talk about how the show is different.
They need something to bitch about.
Yeah, right.
The other thing I wanted to talk about was on yesterday's show you had decided not to give any gifts away, and I think that's right.
Right. No more prizes, no more tickets, no more anything. If they want to be freeloaders, let them listen someplace else.
Exactly, because what you give us is plenty.
Exactly.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
We're going to fill in the tapes that we mailed into you and send them back to us, and I mailed mine in about 6 weeks ago and still haven't gotten them.
Really?
Really.
What you say? What, Bird?
They've all been sent out.
Yeah.
I sent 2 in one envelope, and I sent the stamped self-addressed envelope with it, and it never came back.
Our buddy Marlon Bailey did all those.
Oh, yeah. Well, that says a lot. You'll get it if you live long enough.
Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to it, so if you could check into it, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, we'll check into it.
They're gone.
We only sent about 4,000 of them out, but we'll check into it, okay?
Thanks a lot.
Okay, good luck to you. What does he mean, check into it? He didn't even give us his name.
No, they're gone.
What is he bringing you here now? What is he doing?
This is
I
weird.
was just showing him that they fixed the teletype.
We actually have Newswire today. First time this week.
Yeah, that's enough.
Oh, there's nothing on it, but it is printing. I was trying to answer your question. You asked me a question.
How about if I just do the show with the mic off? I'll just talk way in the background like Captain Dave.
Come on.
I'll be off mic the rest of the show.
You asked me a question.
What was I starting to say before I was so rudely interrupted? What was it?
Nothing.
I don't even remember now. It was something.
About,
it was something very important.
About
like somebody came in here and messed with this mic again. And if you can't hear it, then you must be brain dead.
I'm saying it doesn't sound as good as yesterday.
It sounds hollow and tinny, and like there's something like it's turned around or something. There's something wrong with this. Jeez, I mean, just wouldn't it be nice if 2 days in a row things could sound the same in here?
Well,
what the hell is wrong? I'm telling you, that goofball engineer was in here, guaranteed. I'm telling you, he was in here. I can feel it.
You may be right.
Boy. Okay, let's take one from Broward County. There's something wrong with this. It sounds like crap. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir. Now, you sound okay.
Yeah, I live up here in Coral Springs behind the melting pot.
Really?
Yeah. All right, now...
Well, wait a minute. You live behind the melting pot? You mean like not in a house?
No, the apartment's behind it.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant like maybe in a little tent.
Yeah, okay, listen. I work at a grocery store up here, Albertsons, all right?
Yeah.
And I get nothing but douchebags 7 days a week.
Right.
I was thinking we should have like a contest, Miss Douchebag 87, Miss Massengill, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you should get like a host, like Tammy Faye as a host or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, I mean, because I just can't handle it. All douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
And what I just wanted to know, what's the deal you're saying with the melting pot? I must have not been listening the day you explained it.
What do you mean, what's my deal?
Well,
it's a sponsor.
It's what?
It's a sponsor.
Oh, so what's the big deal?
Well, there is no big deal other than it's a good place, and my roommate works there, which makes the cheese a little more binding, so to speak. That's in the cheese fondue.
Oh, I never see anybody eat there.
What are you talking about? You never see anybody eat there. The place is packed all the time.
When's this? On weekends or something?
All the time. Like 9 nights out of 10.
Yeah, okay.
Are you dreaming?
Now, listen, man, I got to get off to school.
Okay, go have a wonderful day. What the hell is his story? Yeah, good luck to you. What did he do? Did he burp after I cut him off?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he lives like in a little tent behind the restaurant. He never sees anybody eat there. What the hell is he talking about?
We hear about it all the time.
We're doing like a land office business up there, thanks to me.
Mm-hmm.
28 minutes past 6 on Zeta 4, and there was one of our young pinheads.
Must have
He
been.
must go to Taravella High. You think so?
Man, sounded like it.
Yeah, Dade County, hello. Hello.
Yeah, if
Speak up, sir. Come on, wake up and speak up. Get it up.
if you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you.
Okay, good. Good information to know. Maybe Avram can put that down as one of his test answers today. Let's give those numbers out again because it's obvious. Now, let's not even give the number out. Let's just do some new stuff here. Perfect for you. Trust me.
What do you want?
Mr. Geld, the young man is here that Mr. Fine sent over. Should I send him in?
No, let him sit there another week, dummy. Of course, send him in. Supposed to help him with some business he's going to, right?
That's right.
All right, send him in.
Well, I'll be happy to, sir.
Terrific. I'm glad I could brighten your day. Send him in, dummy.
Hi, Mr. Gelt. My name is Kirk McLean, your friend, Mr. Fine.
Yeah,
said
funny
that I-
Fine. I know him. Very strange fellow.
well, sir, he considers you an expert in the garment business, sort of a master clothier.
Like I said, he's strange, but he's very smart. He's a smart.
You see, I'm opening a gay boutique.
Ah.
Mr. Fine suggested I might get some advice from you.
Wait a second. Advice before business. Listen,
Yeah.
what's your name? Kirk,
Yeah,
all
right.
right. My business, my friend, is business, not advice.
Yeah, right.
My first advice to you is let's do some business. Then I'll give you advice. You like that
Right,
advice?
Sure. Sounds terrific.
All right. Now, you say you're calling it a goy boutique. Right away, you are making a mistake. Just because you are a goy, you don't call it a goy store.
Yeah.
You don't call it a goy anything.
Well,
you don't want to limit your customers. You understand what I'm talking about?
sure, I understand.
Goys are terrific customers.
Yes.
They don't ask no questions. You can sell them a house dress, tell them it's a gown. But you want goy customers, you want Hebrew people, you want Schwarzes, whatever we got.
Excuse me, Mr. Gelt. You see, I think we've got a little misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I didn't say goy. I said gay. Now,
Gay. Well, you think I don't know what gay means? Gay.
Yeah.
Happy. Look, we all want customers to be happy.
Yes.
You do not do it, my friend, with the name of the store.
Yes, no,
what you do is you
Yes.
show people nice clothes, and
Yes.
the clothes make them happy.
Yeah, no,
And the prices.
but,
You give them a fair price, everybody's happy. They're
yes.
singing, they're dancing.
Yes,
You're making
yes,
a couple
yes,
dollars. You
yes,
see what I'm
yes.
talking?
No, Mr. Gelt. You see, I guess I'm not being so clear. I'm not talking about happy customers. I'm talking about gay customers. I'm talking about a special kind of men's store. A store for men who like to be with other men.
Men with other men.
That's right.
Oh, no, I got it. You're not talking a store.
Well-
You're talking a men's club. You're
No.
talking something like what? The Kivanes, the Elms, B'nai B'reit, a men's club. That's terrific. I like it.
I know.
No, I like it. I like it. You could sell clothes at the club. None of the other clubs do that.
Yeah.
That's a top idea. A person could do very well doing it. Listen, this gay, whatever.
Yeah.
I like it. You want a piece of advice?
Sure.
Let's go partners.
Terrific.
He's the first kid on the block, and he gets up bright and early. Well, you know he's a little nutty, kinda nutty, and you know he's a little squirrely, squirrely. Well, he peeks at you through the hole in the record just to say hello. Hi, I can see what you're all doing out there. Yeah, in the morning on Zeta 4 Radio, it's the Neil Rogers Show. Good morning, Neil.
6:32 on Zeta 4. I guess we can't call Greg and Noodles anymore, huh?
Why not?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what happens every day.
Just tell them when they answer the phone, just say you're on the air, right?
Yeah.
Just tell them they're on the air.
That's a good idea. Should I call him one more time and say you're on the air?
I mean, that was the That was the complaint, right? That you didn't tell them they were on the air?
Did you notice, though, when we called back, it was obvious that was such garbage.
Oh, it's from their idiot
The
PD.
word came down from up above.
From John Moron, their PD.
The word came down.
I can't say what we used to call
I thought we were having a good time with them every day, giving them a little publicity.
Great. Of course we were.
Exposing their voices to thousands of people who otherwise would never hear them.
Right. I said
and never want to hear them.
We do what we can over here.
That's right.
We do the best we can.
Well, there's only one thing left to say to them. Boy.
He sounded, the first
I'll
call,
miss that.
he sounded really miffed. Then the second call, he sounded kind of
he sounded
contrite.
apologetic. No, not now, why do you say contrite? What the hell is wrong with you guys? You guys are such sour grapes because you worked over there so long.
True.
He didn't sound contrite. He sounded conciliatory.
Do we sound sour grapes because
Yes.
we worked over there?
Oh, jeez. Ask me a difficult question, okay?
Well, see, you've never worked there. That's why.
I don't want to work there,
Exactly.
all right? Although for the right price, for what they're paying him, I got news for you. I'd be there tomorrow.
Well, if they hadn't listened to the consultants, you might be
I might be
working
over there. Yeah, I only wish. Okay, where are we going next? To Dade County. Hello?
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing this morning?
Great.
That news was great, but can the bird say celebrity?
What did he say?
He doesn't even know what he said.
What did he say? Celibacy?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Hey,
figures.
listen, if
Well, he can relate to it.
Okay. Michael Jackson is Janet Jackson,
Yes.
and Geraldo Rivera is Jerry Rivers,
Yeah.
who is Joey Reynolds.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough. How about Father Time?
Now, you got another JR out there in the movies. Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Boy, oh boy, is she aging rapidly or what? Well, she's had a tough year, you know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I needed to say.
Have a wonderful day.
You do the same.
Boy. 26 till 7 on Zeta 4. That's going to be our new expression now. Forget unbelievable. By the way, the spot was on Letterman at 105 last night.
How do you know?
Because we saw it.
Oh, boy.
In my house.
Now, I saw it on Channel 33 yesterday at like 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So it is running on other stations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I thought you'd like...
On Channel 33?
That's correct.
That's pretty exciting.
It was about...
That means we might have some people listening today who have no idea what this show is all about.
That's correct.
Like the regular listeners. Okay, we have an open line in Broward at 779-3600. 2 lines in Dade. We're just going to forget the music today, okay? Let's just cut out all the music and see if that pacifies them. Now, that'll break my heart.
It will?
Yeah, I like the music.
We have about...
I got a whole bunch of CDs
15
that I...
CDs.
Well, no, I wouldn't say 15. More like about 8, Mr. Mon.
A bunch.
A bunch of CDs, and we're going to play some stuff, but the audience doesn't want the music.
And that top one looks like you were going to play like your all-time favorite Beatle record.
Oh, really? Was I?
Were you?
Well, I'll tell you which one I was going to play, and it's not my all-time favorite Beatle record. It's I'm Looking Through You.
Oh, I hadn't heard that in a long time.
What did you think I was going to play? Drive My Car?
Uh-huh.
That's not my favorite Beatle record.
What is your favorite Beatle
I don't know.
Well,
but it's not that.
That's one of them.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And what's that?
No, Yes, It Is the name of the record. That's on the other side of Ticket to Ride.
That's your favorite?
One of my favorites. You don't like Yes, It Is?
I don't remember that.
Oh, jeez. Are you this now? See, you're going to get me started again. Like I'm trying to show how much I know about music. You don't have to know anything. Captain Dave, you remember Yes, It Is by the Beatles? It was on the other side of Ticket to Ride.
I remember.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember.
it is.
I remember.
What?
That's how it goes. Yes, it is.
I think I remember it now.
That's not how it goes. Oh, you guys are such morons that I'm embarrassed, okay?
It was...
Yeah, okay, request for the latest Leave It to Clint, and if I could find it, I would be happy to play it, but it's probably in there, okay? See, we got a real problem here now. We have a very serious problem. Gonzer pulled that out of here yesterday, and it's nowhere to be found because he couldn't get back in here. So it's got to be somewhere in there with his crap. Place is just, it's impossible.
That's right, he did play it yesterday.
And here's Perry Como with It's Impossible on Zeta 4, part of our new format.
Why is he playing
We
that?
have 2 open lines in Dade, by the way. Did I say that a moment ago, you brain-dead morons? I thought I said that. 620-3600. See, one thing about this group in the morning, they have no opinions about anything. Have you noticed that? They have no opinion about anything. They call, but they have no opinions. No matter what the question is, they have no answer. Boy, are you people something else today, I'll tell you. Where are we going? To Broward County. Hello?
Hello, how you doing this morning?
Okay.
I'll give you an opinion. I didn't hear
show ever on AM.
Really?
So I really have nothing to compare it to.
I see.
Newspaper clippings. I can't even talk this morning. Don't ask me why I'm calling, because I can't talk.
Okay.
But I just wanted to tell you that what I hear on FM isn't too bad. You're doing okay.
Oh, okay.
Isn't too bad.
Do you have any other people you could call up and bug on the radio?
No.
Not Joey? You're not going to call him?
I wouldn't dignify Joey by making the call, okay?
Right.
Okay. And I wanted to ask one thing. How come now when I listen to you on hold, it stays the same with the radio?
Uh-oh.
It does?
Uh-huh.
I don't understand. Why would you hear air on hold? You're supposed to hear pre-delay on hold.
I know. Well,
Oh, you know why? You know why? Because we're not in delay.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you're not in delay today.
We're not in delay. I just looked over there. The delay's not working. You maniac in there.
What happened to
What do
it?
you mean what happened to it? You never punched it up.
Yes, I did.
No, we got out of it. We're out of it. I'm glad you called. You just saved the license.
Remember at 6 o'clock.
Okay, are you
going
to play one Harry Chapin song today for me? One?
We'll try.
Okay.
It's
Thanks
dead.
so much. Bye-bye.
It's dead.
Oh, no.
What do you mean it's dead?
Well, I'm switching power off and on, and it's gone,
Well,
baby.
it's probably the fuse, okay?
Well, let me get my screwdriver out and check this out.
Jeez. Do you believe this? What? Every day on this radio station, we set new lows for technical, or is it new highs for technical incompetence? It's dead, he says.
I don't like that.
How about the fuse, Captain Dave? Okay, here's a little play-by-play, ladies and gentlemen, on the $80 billion Zeta digital delay. Captain Dave is pulling the cord out of the wall first. That's always good. We don't want you to get a shock. Pulling the cord out. Now he's tying the cord. Oh, geez. I can't tell you. Now, where's the fuse? There ought to be a little fuse in it. What else could it possibly be that the power just like it disappeared? What was it?
I think today you ought to just talk to nice people.
Oh, jeez. You know, I'm going to tell you something. This new engineer, we're going to have to hire a hitman, I think, or something. What the hell is his story?
Okay, wait.
Wait.
When I turn it on, none of the lights come on, but I feel a vibration.
Oh, you feel it?
Yeah. See, it's off, no vibration. There's a vibration.
Oh, I see. So it's doing something.
But there's no lights or anything on. I think basically the transformer's coming on, but it's not going into the IC circuits.
Oh.
The what?
Remember Van Lingo Mungo? 20 before 7 on Zeta 4, and we apologize, but I don't know. Should we take some more calls? I don't think so.
It scares me.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
See, I didn't have to say that, but once she brought that up, it was pretty obvious that we were not in delay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, we're going to add a lot of music to the show today.
We are going to play Yes It Is.
See, no, that is one thing that's different from the AM show, and that is that even with all their problems up there in the RF, at least most of the time, we were on the air. In other words, when 10:06 came after CBS News, I had a pretty good idea that when I opened my mic, I would be on the air and that the show would be on in its entirety, and there wouldn't be all of these idiotic problems.
The delay work.
But generally speaking, this is a disaster area up here in this part of the building. It's an unmitigated disaster. And, of course, when you're operating with management that's brain dead from the neck up, request for the Neil Rogers disease. That's good. I hope we had a lot of requests. Because, Avram was right. We don't play enough bits on FM. And we got like thousands of them that we're going to play today. Jillions of them. Some of them even brand new. There he is. He's diddling with the delay again. He's in the back of it with a screwdriver.
Diddling?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like poking. You know what I mean? He's like poking stuff around with a screwdriver, not really doing anything useful. To watch him is to be totally confounded, confused, and bewildered, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe some of the things that he's doing to that machine. It's 6:42 on Zeta. What the hell do we do now? I feel like we had a little momentum going and we were taking a lot of calls. And now I feel like all of a sudden, as usual, the show is in limbo. What do we do, the limbo rock?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, of course, if I wanted to play a CD, we couldn't do that because he's in there diddling with the digital delay.
You weren't going to play any anyway.
What? Well, we're going to have to now. Are you out of your mind? We don't have to, but I'm not going to sit here and squawk for 4 hours.
No?
No.
You gonna play Yes It Is by the Beatles?
I bet we have that in there somewhere. How could you not know Yes It Is? That's such a great
I think
record.
I remember it now.
Oh, gee.
I believe I remember it from
It's the other side of Ticket to Ride, you idiot.
Well, that was a big hit.
So was Yes It Is. They were both in the top. Where is it?
I don't believe you.
Oh.
I do remember the record, though, now. But
See, now Major's going to come on today and say, oh, there he was going, showing everybody how much he knows about music again.
Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't remember it at first. It's been a long time since I heard anybody talk about that record, but I think I do know what you're talking about.
How you could be sitting there saying those things with a straight face just boggles my mind, okay?
Okay, let's hear it.
Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
Tangerine. Okay, where's Ticket to Ride? Ticket to Ride. Where's Yes It Is?
Uh-huh.
There's Eleanor Rigby.
Mm-hmm.
How can this be possible?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It never made. Now, what are these? What are the ones that are in here? The top 35, top 40?
I don't know.
Not possible.
Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Well, all I said was it was a great record. Whether it made the top 100
now,
means nothing to me.
A minute ago, you said it was as big a hit as Ticket to Ride.
No, I didn't say as big.
You said it was.
Well, it was as big. It was 7 inches across. It was on the same 45.
Well, you didn't get specific.
Oh, I see. Now, is that specific enough for you?
So, in other words, it was not a hit.
He's still diddling with the digital delay.
It was not a hit, right? Am I correct?
In my house, it was.
Okay.
What are you doing back there? Are you going to find that record for us? You're going to just diddle all day. Oh, God, I can't. Is this a radio show or is this some kind of a joke? And is Mike, can't you hear that? Well, I mean, you look at me like I'm out of my mind. It's so tinny, it sounds like I'm in a time tunnel. You can't hear the difference?
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't.
No, now you can and he can't.
No, not in here. It sounds
You're
Jake.
nuts. It sounds what?
It sounds Jake to me.
Jake? All right, now, do we have Yes It Is by the Beatles?
I can look it up.
Please. Do something constructive, would you please? Instead of just standing there like a moron, do something useful. Oh, God, is he frustrating or what? Now, it sounds better now because I turned my headsets down, but that didn't accomplish anything. All that means is I can't hear all the distortion.
It's not distorted.
Couldn't they go out and, get a real engineer in here just for a couple of days? And whatever happened to that Richard Van Schnook, by the way? Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him lately.
He doesn't come anywhere near this part of the building.
He must listen to the show.
Oh, I see. 6:45 on Zeta 4. We apologize as usual, and I don't know why I'm apologizing because I have nothing to do with it. I didn't touch the delay. I didn't do anything. I just showed up this morning as usual. That was my first mistake.
Yeah, that'll teach
Then
you.
we talked to Avrom. That was really something.
He misses the time tunnel.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take some calls. I don't give a damn whether it's on delay or not, okay? Dade County, hello.
Yeah, Stan's right about you and that music.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I also have a lot of other opinions. You want to hear them?
Yeah.
The show's not as good.
It's not as good.
You know why?
Why is that?
You don't hang up on callers anymore.
Okay.
You hung up on him.
No kidding. 6:46 on Zeta 4. Is that, in other words, is that what it, what?
I don't see it in here.
Oh, come on. How could it not be in here? Is this a radio station or what?
Wait, there's a note on the back of this one. Because of lack of interest, Yes It Is not included on this.
Oh, stop it, would you please?
But I do know what you're talking. I do know the record.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And he says it goes, yes, it is, yes, it is. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean, you idiot?
At the end of the chorus, it goes, yes, it is.
Oh, sure, I know what
But
you're
not
talking
the way
about.
you're singing it. I mean, you're not even in the ballpark.
I know what you're talking about.
That sounds more like One Fine Day by the Chiffons or something. Been hanging around with Ringo Starr, stealing the Chiffons' music. 6:46. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm talking about music again. I apologize. We can't be music mavens like those people who play Brian Ferry and Smoke Gets in Your Eyes every day and Lady in Red. I mean, if I hear Lady in Red one more time, Stan, it's all over. Okay, let's just plod along and pretend we know what we're doing here, okay? Broward County, hello.
Is this complaint Wednesday, Neil?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to complain about your whole show.
Okay. Well, the guy wanted us to hang up on people, right?
Yeah.
He's got it.
Now, these are complaints from people who are obviously listening to the show. Is that
especially this last kid, who sounded really wide awake to me, didn't he? Oh, it's not the same. It's just not the same. Well, I'm telling you, some of you people, if they were handing out discount lobotomies, you'd be standing online for 6 months, okay? And deservedly so. Dade County, hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Great.
I totally disagree with your last two callers. I think your show is superior to when you were on AM.
Well, I don't care. I'm hanging up on you anyway.
Oh, my God.
Hey, they want me to hang up on people. That's what they want. That's why they listen to the show. They don't listen because they like me. They just want to hear somebody be rude on the radio.
But he was tinkling on you.
I don't care.
Okay. All right.
All right, now what did Captain Dave accomplish here this morning? He didn't find Yes It Is. He has no idea what happened to the digital delay. And this place is turning into a parking lot rapidly.
Alan Box was a normal man with a wife, children, a summer home in Opelika, and a chain of radio stations. Well, normal that is until just 3 weeks ago.
Hi, honey. How was your day?
Unbelievable. Terminal. There's nothing but subhuman douchebags out there.
Alan Box is suffering from Neil Rogers disease.
Have you canceled the Miami Herald yet?
But, honey, we don't subscribe to the Herald.
Oh, now that's a cop-out. What kind of a lame excuse is that? Just say no to El Herald, sir.
Huh?
People afflicted with Neil Rogers disease have lost the ability to communicate like normal human beings.
What's the matter with you?
Blue-haired old bags from Pembroke Pines. You know, the yentas who say, "Oh, Neil, how can you say those nasty things?" Running around stealing sweet and low.
Can I get you anything?
How about those bag boys at Winn-Dixie? You know, it doesn't hurt to look. Incredible.
Neil Rogers disease, a growing South Florida epidemic. Please help us find a cure.
Honey, it's Friday night. You know what that means.
Hey, you know what I got? A 9. A 9! What's Lee Fowler got? 3 point something?
Send your tax-deductible contributions today in care of Hot 105.
Terminal. Unbelievable.
6:49 already on Zeta 4.
Looks like 6:50 to me on the clock in the control room, but again, you know, I could be wrong.
I'm always close.
Yeah.
Well, the Nielsens are out today, and for the first time since July '85, the Cosby Show finished out of the top 10. NBC attributes Cosby's 12th place rating to low viewership on Thanksgiving night. And 60 Minutes was number 1 for the first time since December '86. In fact, CBS saw its Sunday night lineup virtually replace NBC's Thursday night lineup at the top. Murder, She Wrote was number 2, and a movie called The Long Journey Home was number 4. And by the way...
Yes.
What? Dan Rather.
You want me to do it again?
No, Dan Rather came in number 1 in the evening news.
Great, good old Dan. What's the frequency, Kenneth?
And now this will interest. Finally, something that will interest you. I finally found something you're interested in.
Want to bet?
Fox's 21 Jump Street.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested big time in that show.
Tied its highest ever national rating Sunday. It had a 6.1, a 10 share.
Mm-hmm.
And it...
Great show.
It tied the lowest rated network show, which was The Charmings. But that was good for Fox, and Jump Street's high ratings in the all-important teen female demographic was very good this week.
I'll bet you. I wonder why they were watching. Probably for the same reason that I was watching. Now, are we going to get an engineer in here this morning or what? Because I'm not going to sit here all the way till 10 o'clock with the delay not working, sitting on pins and needles. Are we going to do something about this? Or are we just going to sit here like we're brain dead?
You don't like living dangerously like this?
I don't like not having anything working on this show, okay? In other words, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting just a little bit tired.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a little pissed off that here we are, like after 8 or 9 weeks, whatever the hell it's been, and we still can't make this place work, okay?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
I don't want to get emotional, but I'm getting a little sick and tired of this Mickey Mouse jury-rigged piece of garbage. Okay?
Jerry-rigged.
Jury-rigged.
Okay.
As in 12 Angry Men.
Mostly cloudy.
Great movie, by the way, with Henry Fonda. And
Mostly cloudy, 30% chance of rain today with a high about 72. Low tonight, 57. And
Lloyd Bridges?
60.
No, he wasn't in that.
No. 62 degrees at Zeta 4, 652.
Okay, 6:54 on Zeta 4, and while you listen to Steve Winwood, I'm going to think about getting back into the business. You know what I'm talking about? Chronic callers. We're going to do whatever the hell we want to do here, you know?
Well, I already knew that.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a major bulletin.
Really?
7 o'clock on Zeta 4. The big news is, of course... Wait a minute, did you hear that? Wow. A lot of noise on that cart. I didn't dub it, by the way. That was already here when I came here.
I didn't dub it either.
A lot of noisy, scratchy crap on FM in this market. I was listening... She was playing something yesterday, and it was a scratchy... Now, wait a minute. If you can't hear that echo, did you hear that?
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard
What
that.
the hell is that all about? Now, I don't have the headphones up loud. What is going on here? I sound like I'm swimming in a time tunnel or something, and we don't hear anything.
Was that the CBS bomb?
How about some cotton swabs or something to clean you guys' ears out?
I heard this.
Jeez, these engineers are morons. You know what? And we got 2 of them on the way in here now.
They are?
Yes, 2, not 1. He says we have 2 engineers coming in. Then he tells me who it is, and I say, hey, that's not even 1. I mean, Richard Vega's a nice kid, but he's an engineer like I'm a brain surgeon, okay? And then there's this, who's the other one that's coming? Our new engineer? Oh, no. God help us. Are you serious? Oh, gee. Don't let him in the door. Don't let him in. Tell me he's at the wrong place. Send him over to gloves. Don't let him in here. I'm telling you, at least we're on the air. That's something. Not much, but at least that's a start. Every day, every damn day, every goddamn day, it's something new in this place. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that a song by Bobby Goldsboro?
It sure is. And it's coming up in 5 minutes on Zeta 4 as part of our 18,000 in a row. As part of our blockhead. I mean, this is not acceptable. Don't they understand? This is not the way you do a radio show. It's like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. We come in every day and we pour a couple of potions. Is it going to work? Will we be on? And then this maniac over here, I start talking and I'm never on. He's never, even on the days when this works, this board is never on, you know, and I just keep, are we on? Are we on yet? Go ahead, do the ID and then we have a big musical surprise for you, by the way.
It's No Delay Wednesday on WZTA, Miami Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches. The Neil Rogers Show with Neil, Glenn the Bird Hill, and Captain Dave.
And Patty Murray. Okay. Now, see, Stan Major's just jealous. He's just upset because he can't do that.
He can't do it.
He couldn't do that if his life depended upon it. If they threatened to take 4 of those stogies and put them where the moon don't shine, he still couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty woman.
Okay, I rest my case. I mean, it may not be a great show, but at least I can do a talk-up. Okay? At least I can hit the split cue. Or as Captain Dave would say, the post. He's been watching too many hockey games.
Right.
They hit the post in a hockey game, not on a record.
Don't you enjoy Stan's talk-ups, though?
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoy them because you never know where they're going, when he's going to stop talking. I mean,
You don't sound so great either now.
It has nothing to do
You sound a little bit hollow, but not quite like I do.
But Stan's talk-ups have nothing whatsoever to do with when the guy starts singing.
All right, now we have a musical surprise coming up in a moment. But first...
Mira, no soy la bimbo. Mira, no soy la bimbo. Dice Jessica Hunt, pero yo no believe her. Yo no believe religioso cuando naked in Playboy. Con gigantico gesto, cries and cries. Give me a break, give me a break. Usted no es una victim. Usted no es una victim. $1 million, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. Bimbo, bimbo. otras bimbos. Hay muchos otras bimbos como Donna Rice. There's a heck of a bimbo. She spent the night on El Boto and Sunko his shippo. Con candidato presidential fools around. He quit the race, he quit the race. Now you're wearing no excuses. Now you've got no excuses. You've got no class, you've got no shame, but lots of fame. Bimbo, bimbo, heart in limbo. Bimbo, bimbo, bimbo. Hey, there's Elizabeth Ray. Who's that walking with her? Why, it's Rita. Hey, Rita Jen Red. Loved you in Zombie Island Massacre, sweetheart. We're talking Oscar material. Really. And who's that over there, that classy-looking blonde? Oh, it's Fawn. Fawn, you look so pretty since you had your teeth straightened. And I hear you signed with William Morris, and you want to be a TV news reporter? Good, you're really qualified. Hey, you can shred the news film. And who's that over there? It's Anna. Anna, how are you? On your way to do another mattress commercial? That's great. I loved your autobiography. Couldn't put it down. Oh, and I love that Playboy lingerie layout. Yeah, okay. See you around. You're off to endorse another line of women's clothing, huh? Good. Make the money while you can. Good. See you, Vanna.
Boy. Okay, 7:06 on Zeta 4. No, that wasn't bad.
That was good. Didn't you think? I liked
that was pretty cute, yeah.
Sounded new to me.
And it was
though.
new. We haven't played that before. I know that's frightening. Maybe Dennis Collins is monitoring today, and since we had that big meeting yesterday, we ought to say a special Zeta 4 hello to Buddy Nevins at the Slum Sentinel. You idiot, you douchebag, you moron. With all these wonderful, he's the only guy in America who's written 75 stories about a non-story, about something that's not happening. The investigation of the Neil Rogers Show and all this indecent broadcasting and smut and mung. He can't give you any examples because he doesn't know of any, but the man is dangerous, okay? An absolute, total idiot. In fact, I always thought, my mother told me when I was a kid that nobody was perfect, but Buddy Nevins disproves that. He's a perfect idiot. A perfect jackass, okay?
I just wonder where he came from.
Why are you dribbling again? Where he came from? Hunger.
Am I dribbling?
The FCC is investigating the Neil Rogers Show. Investigating what? We can't even get the damn delay to work, and they're investigating the show?
They should investigate the engineering.
Exactly. Now we're talking. Now you're coming up with a good idea. Let's have an FCC investigation of this engineering department, huh? Where did these guys get their license, huh? In a Cracker Jacks box, no less. I wonder what mail-order school this new engineer came from, huh? From the Hard Knocks School of Engineering in Knoxville, Tennessee, no doubt. Boy, these guys are frightening. Nothing works in this place. And every day, you know, and it's interesting that I saw that telltale sign. You see, they thought I would come in and believe because the door was still locked that nobody had been in here. They were in here tinkering again. Because that cassette function button right there, that's the evidence. I feel like Perry Mason. Or Marsha Mason.
Yeah.
Or Dolly Madison.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, they just can't leave this room alone. You know, as of yesterday, everything was fine again. There were no problems. Mm-hmm. Now the mic is all tinny and watery and running. In fact, look at that. It's running. It looks like it's got some kind of a STD. I'm serious. It looks like it's got herpes or something. It's like dripping and running, or gonorrhea.
I just wish someone could tell me what the attraction...
Yeah, what is there in this room that you can't keep your paws off? What is it?
What is in here that they have to come in here?
Boy.
It's like number one priority is they have to have access to this room. It's the most important thing in the station.
They can't live without it.
They can't function.
Okay, now do we have a break to do now?
Oh, yeah, we better.
I
did check on the temperature.
Oh, did you? On the temperature?
It's 63.
Where'd you check, in the library?
I went to a.m. I checked on the temp, and it's 63.
You want to bet?
I checked it. I went over at 7 o'clock and checked it. Mostly cloudy today. There will be a 30% chance of rain. High about 72. Low tonight about 57. And it is 63 degrees at Zeta 4.
Whatever you say.
It's 7:09.
Where does a used car dealer get used cars?
maybe at a used car auction. The collection doesn't rely on auctions. We get about 500 customer trade-ins every month. Fantastic cars. Pre-owned Volvos, BMWs, and Porsches. Pre-owned Toyotas, Nissans, and Hondas. Pre-owned Chevys, Oldsmobiles, and Fords. How does the collection sell so many trades? Quite simply, price. The collection has discount used car centers at every showroom. Bird Road in US 1, Southwest 158th Street in US 1, 9200 Northwest 27th Avenue. P.S. The collection doesn't keep every trade. We keep the best and wholesale the rest. Where? At those used car auctions. Why buy from a used car dealer? You can get a pre-owned car from the collection.
Neil Rogers, the rock and roll monster.
7:10 on Zeta 4. We apologize profusely, and we certainly want to thank you for your indulgence and all that. And if you believe that, there's that tone again. You can't hear that?
It's AM, I think.
Oh, jeez. You know this? You engineers, we're going to take you and hang each one of you from a separate tower, okay? No, as a matter of fact, from the same tower. We wouldn't even waste the rope.
You know what the tone is?
What is it?
Because I hear it sometimes when you get through playing a bit.
Yeah?
It's the cue tone returning to the beginning of the cart.
That is what it is.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
That is what it is.
All right, hold on.
Neil Rogers, the rock and roll monster.
Okay, listen. You believe that? How can that be on the air? How can that go on the air, ladies and gentlemen? You're right. We have to have an FCC investigation into the engineering department here at WINZ and WZTA. Immediately, if not sooner. How can that go on the air? Does it do it on all of them? On every cart?
Most of them. Especially when you talk after them, you can hear it.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Leave dead air? What do you mean after I talk after them?
I mean, when there's
as opposed
no
to going into music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On most of them it does, yeah.
Great.
But I never wanted to tell you.
Good. Okay, boys and girls, welcome to a make-believe radio station. All right, it's 7:12 on Zeta 4, and I have no idea what this show is all about today, okay? I have nothing to do with this. I totally disavow any responsibility for anything that goes on here today, unless something comes out good. Now, we have a little musical surprise. If you got it queued up, now I want you to listen carefully to this, in that copy of it. And the record is so worn out that the S's are all real sibilant. Did you notice that?
You mean because it's been played so much?
Yes, it is.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is.
I liked that, though.
But isn't that a great record?
Oh, yeah.
Now, how could you deny that that's one of my favorite Beatle records? Whether it was a hit or not is not important.
It wasn't a hit.
It's like I'm a Man by Chicago. Oh, did I say that?
Can we play that this
No. No chance. No changes.
I remember that.
What?
Yes, it is. By
Do
the
you
Beatles.
really?
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic, it's just a beautiful record.
yeah,
it's one of
beautiful.
the greatest things they ever did. The harmonies are incredible. It's just a wonderful record.
Just when you first said it, it didn't click in my brain.
Yeah, if I would have said, yes, it is, you would have related to that a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Like those kids at Taravella High.
Yeah.
In Coral Spring, or wherever the hell it is. I noticed we didn't have anybody from that lame school call in this morning. Of course, we haven't taken many calls, have we?
Well.
You think there might be a reason for that?
You don't want to take your life in your hands?
No.
Okay. Right after we sign that
I like
big
the RF.
agreement.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Who's that? That's Ron Harrison, ladies and gentlemen. What we ought to do is start identifying the players. So when you hear all that RF bleeding through, I mean, these engineers here, I'm telling you, they are just morons.
What do you think
let's
they
be
do
honest.
all
Let's
day?
not. I don't have any idea. They just tinker, as in Tinkerbell. They just come in and they tinker around with crap and they mess it all up and they give us heartburn and they're just hopeless. They're a bunch of morons. Of course, the audience thinks, well, everybody's a moron. I got news for you, okay? Trust me on this one. They're not just like regular, ordinary, everyday morons. They're like some kind of special morons in a class by themselves.
Ah, yeah.
Because I flip around the dial, and I listen to other stations occasionally, and I don't hear them having problems getting on the air or, doing anything that you would do during the normal course of a radio show. I don't hear that.
No. Now, speaking of that, that reminds me about, you were talking about Howard Stern.
I was?
Well, the other day, how he doesn't have any problems.
Oh,
He
yeah,
comes
good
on
old
the air.
Howie, yeah.
And we're supposed to call him this morning.
Oh, we are?
So since people
okay.
aren't calling us,
All
we
right.
can call Howie.
All right.
We had a question to ask him, remember?
Okay, what was that kid's name?
Was it Mitch? Well, it was Mitch, I think.
Mitch.
7:17.
What? What are you talking about?
Just gave the time.
Oh, I see. I thought that was the number.
This is the morning. 17 after 7.
Infinity Broadcasting. I wonder why they answer the phone like that.
Now you're trusting you can talk to him without delay.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't talk to Howard without delay, I'll tell you that.
No. But we can talk to Mitch.
Infinity Broadcasting.
Yeah, Mitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Neil Rogers in Miami. Remember we talked yesterday?
Yeah, how you doing?
Great. What's up?
Am I on the air again?
Yeah, you're on the air, Mitch.
Where's your friend who laughs all the time?
Now,
I'm here.
See, Howard won't put Mitch on the air, so we've got to. Now, listen, there are all kinds of rumors. Will you shut up? There are all kinds of rumors going around about Howard's show that he's going to be on the satellite.
It's going to be on the satellite.
He is?
No, I never heard anything about that.
We figured it was probably a lie, you know?
Yeah.
Like starting December 21st. I mean, these people who make these lies up, they even had like a start date and stuff like that.
No, chances are there's no satellite.
Oh, I see.
Right.
So, in other words, Howard's not going to be on the air in all these 18 other markets that allegedly he was going to be on in?
6.
Not that I know of.
Not that Howard knows of either, right? And what happened with that, I hate to mention a delicate thing, but because we really like Howard a lot. I hate to admit it, but we do. And whatever happened to the Fox show?
Whatever happened to the Fox show?
Yeah.
Well, geez, I don't know. You know, that's apparently,
Dead in the water.
you know, in the water. Did you watch him on the Late Show?
No, I've got it on tape. Somebody sent it to me. I didn't see it, but I have it on tape.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you liked it.
By the way, though, I mentioned your name to Howard yesterday on the air, and he doesn't like you guys.
Oh, really? Why not?
Well, no, he just doesn't like you.
Why, well, there's no special reason?
You just get on his nerves.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. We enjoy getting on Howard's nerves.
Yeah, so I don't understand something, though.
He might need us someday, you know what I'm saying? It's not very likely, but someday when he's really desperate, you know?
Yeah, but don't you think it's sort of pathetic that you guys have to call our show, and then we have our own show here, and we don't have to call other people's shows?
You don't have to call other people's shows. I mean, you call...
your
Howard
whole
calls
show
like
is calling our
Jessica
show, so
Jessica Hahn, for crying out loud. I mean, that's pretty desperate.
let's see you get Jeff.
She's just a cheap hooker, you know? Anybody can do that. We can go down to Biscayne and 79th Street here and get a cheap hooker and put her on the air.
But Neil, no, listen to me.
Yes, Mitch. Oh, we're getting serious. Okay,
Be
I'm
honest
sorry.
with me.
All right.
Don't
yeah.
you think it's sort of weird that you guys have to call our show for material that, I mean, that's
Wait a minute. Calling your show for material?
Yeah.
What material are you giving us, Mitch?
What I'm
Oh, wait a minute. Can that be felt? What material is Howard giving us? I mean, let's get serious.
Neil, what
Get real, Neil. Come on, Mitch.
what I'm saying is this.
Put you up a little, will you, please?
What's that?
I said, get serious.
What I'm saying, Neil, is this. What we were talking about on the air yesterday, 'cause we talked about your show.
Oh, you did? Howard did?
Yeah, I told him that you called.
Yeah, he doesn't even know who I am.
He knows the name.
Oh, he knows the name.
He was told about it by someone.
Yeah, probably by Grandpa. Al Lewis told him.
Neil, come on, let me finish.
Okay, Mitch.
And the question that we have that came up is Howard does 4 hours of his own show.
Yeah, and I do 4 hours of my own show. How do you like that? I know it's a
Your
miracle.
show consists of calling us. So, I mean, isn't it sort of
My
weird?
show consists of calling you. Bye, Mitch.
Called him one time.
Called him once.
What a jerk.
See, I said yesterday he didn't sound like a New Yorker. He is a New Yorker. He's obnoxious, rude, and
Absolutely.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And just because he doesn't have the accent, man, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need the accent. He's a jerk.
Sure is.
And you know, one thing about Howard, I grant you, his show is funny at times, not every day, but
Right.
I like his show. But, for example, remember when we had the So Far campaign and we tried to get him to go along and help? He is
won't do
the
it.
biggest loser when it comes to really, you know, he's like in a cocoon, and his agents, they like keep him that way.
Right.
You know, like, well, Howard doesn't need anybody else. You know, Howard like can take on the whole world.
Well, we got a good insight into the people around him this morning.
Yeah.
We just called up to say hi.
Yeah, we
and
try
ask
to be
about a
friendly.
rumor.
We just asked one question. Hey, you get all your material from our show, right?
That's all we do is
I got
call
news
the
for
Howard
you. I
Stern
got
Show.
news for you. It'll be a cold day in hell when you hear Howard Stern on this show again.
Just like you said.
Yeah.
See? You didn't hear anything, did you? See? See? You told the truth.
I can't believe it. I just, I don't know whether to scream or eat a banana.
7:21 now on Zeta 4, and a boy who wanted to get even with a cat that pestered his own pet,
good for him,
was sentenced to 100 hours of community service. This is in Graham, North Carolina, and the reason is because he set the animal ablaze.
Ooh.
Officials said Jeffrey Todd Nance, 16, persuaded a 12-year-old boy to abduct a neighbor's cat, which was taken to some woods near the youth's house in Burlington, North Carolina, doused with gasoline, and set afire. It was really funny, but not when the law got here, said Nance, a couple hours after the cat died.
It was real funny?
At first, he thought it was real funny, but not when the law got
How about if we set him ablaze?
Voice some support. Yep. Hello, mystery celebrity?
Yeah, right. You won't hear him again.
Mysterious fireballs and flashes of light seen over the Atlantic coast from New Jersey to Virginia apparently were from a meteor shower, according to officials. Petty Officer Cameron McCloddon of the Coast Guard's West Virginia station said people as far north as Cape May, New Jersey, and as far south as Virginia's eastern shore reported seeing strange streaks of light the other night.
I saw one Saturday night.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, but you see those every night, Captain Dave.
I swear to God, I saw one of those. It was late Saturday night. A long streak of white meteor coming toward this radio station.
Mostly cloudy today with a 30% chance of rain. High 72, low 57. It is 63 degrees at Zeta 4.
I doubt it.
7:23.
The Neil Rogers Show on Zeta 4.
Okay, now I wonder if that tone is going to be on this cart. Wait a minute. There it is. You hear it?
Yeah.
The time at the tone, 7:25. And it just, oh, wait a minute. You hear that? It like wobbled.
I hear Mike Wolf.
There's a higher tone with Stevie Winwood. Here's higher tone on Zeta 4. And then it like kind of disappears. Boy, I'm telling you, they are so out of touch with what it takes to put a show on the air on this station. You know what I'm saying? They're so out of touch. They have no clue. And I hear Paul Kangas is babbling away in the back. Man, we have sounds that haven't been invented yet, okay, on Zeta 4.
Yes, listen to this show closely.
Yeah, and you're going to hear things that are just going to make you blow your mind,
Turn
okay?
it up loud.
Trust me when I tell you.
It's the all-new Leave It to Beaver, starring Barbara Billingsley, Hugh Beaumont, Tony Dow, and Clint Eastwood as the Beaver.
That's all for now, children. Recess. Everyone except Theodore.
Oh, crap. What'd I do now?
Beaver, I thought you were my friend.
Well, I am your friend, Miss Landers. But that's all it is. Friends.
But then how can I be your friend?
Oh, jeez. You're not gonna ask me out again, are you?
But I have to ask you.
Look, we've gone all through this before. I'm not taking you out again.
Well then, Theodore, I'm afraid I'm going to have to write a note to your father.
You're gonna write a note to my dad saying you got the hots for an 8-year-old boy?
You know, Theodore, I've always thought you were one of the nicest boys in this class.
No, Miss Landers, say no more. Look, you're fun to go out and have a few beers with and everything, but why don't you save it? Make a move on me in one of my next Dirty Harry movies or something, huh?
All right, Theodore.
Nothing personal. I mean, you got a nice bod and everything.
Okay, Tony Dow is going to be our special in-studio guest tomorrow.
Boy, that's going to be exciting.
No, he's not going to be here. He's old and seedy looking now.
Yeah.
And he doesn't wear those thin plastic belts. 28 past 7 on Zeta 4, and on Zany 4, that's going to be our new logo here. Might as well be, because, or is it Zanny?
Zanny, that's the way they say it at gloves. Yeah.
Is it really?
Zanny.
Well, they're pretty Zanny guys over
the
there.
Zanny Morning Show.
If you missed it earlier, we placed our usual early morning call to Greg and Donald, and unfortunately we were met with some resistance the first time around on the regular line. And then the second time when we called the warm line, we got a warmer reception, but unfortunately we cannot speak to them because the powers that be over at the Gloves 94 are getting real nervous. What are they nervous about?
Well, that PD, John Moron, their PD.
Yeah.
He
Another
overreacts.
moron?
Yeah.
Geez, there's so
Have
many
you
of them on
noticed
the list.
all the calls we placed this morning, we have met with resistance.
Yeah, that's right. Like even Howard.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell's Howard got to be worried about? He's making $1 million a year. I don't even remember why we called him yesterday. Do you? What did we call for?
I think to
Just
say
for the hell-
hi.
yeah, just for the hell of it.
Just say you got a card from a listener.
Oh, that's right. And he gave us a number. And then today we call just to ask a simple question
about a rumor
to straighten out all these ugly rumors that Howard's going to be on the air in Miami and all these other cities, which I told you yesterday was ridiculous. There's no way in the world.
Right.
First of all, Howard wouldn't last in this market for 5 minutes, okay?
No.
They wouldn't tolerate it. And that's not my judgment because I enjoy Howard, but this market is just too immature, too childish, and there are too many maniacs out there busy monitoring every word that everybody says, and it just would not fly here, I'm telling you. There's no way.
Can you imagine?
I mean, who would put him on the air?
Someone desperate.
No, I'm serious. You name me one station in this market that would put him on the air.
I can't think of any.
No.
I really
way.
can't. I really can't.
So
Besides this
anyway,
one?
there are all these, besides this one. Oh, yeah, I can just see it now. Here's Bob Gilbertson, Howard. Bob would like to have a couple of words with you, a couple of 1,000 words.
Oh, God.
I mean, he doesn't want to hear how big your private parts are, Howard.
Can you imagine Howard doing the search for the biggest man in Miami?
Maybe Howard would like to hear how big Bob's private parts are, huh?
The smallest man in Miami.
Yeah, the smallest man in Portland. 7:30 on Zeta 4. By the way, do you know that this is pretty interesting. They're getting so paranoid around here. There was more to the story than meets the eye with yesterday's meeting about the FCC ruling on indecency.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to the story. They didn't
Really?
tell us.
Uh-huh.
Did they tell you?
No.
About the fact that somebody in Portland, whose name I mentioned only moments ago, is having another nervous breakdown.
Well, he always does.
And finally, Gary and Mark and Peter,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the powers that be here at...
Stan told that.
Yeah, they finally said, hey, we're putting our
Right.
feet down.
Mm-hmm.
When Gary puts his foot down...
they overreact
and that
as
size
usual.
6 shoe, it's really something.
Yeah. It's the usual overreaction of Portland. That's
Oh, look
all.
at this. Aren't we lucky this morning to have Captain Dave off mic with us here in the studio?
Now, you're just putting me on the air because you don't have your own show and you're desperate.
That's right. In fact, we call Love 94. We called K-Rock. Who else can we call now?
Let's see. You want to call Rick and Spuds?
No, they're not. They're boring.
Okay, is there
They're
anyone
pretty
else?
boring.
Tanner?
We could call McKay in the morning. You know the number over there?
Oh, I sure don't.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure Captain Dave will be happy to look it up for us. Or you can call 411.
Well, in other words, they just answer the call-in line?
I don't know.
They probably don't have a call-in line. I mean, they're all automated.
Oh, not in the morning.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying they're automated so much of the day, they probably yanked all the phones out to save money or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Like here. 7:31 on Zeta 4, and when are those engineers, did they say which year they were coming?
They said it in a minute.
By the way, how long have you had that earring?
Oh, since August.
I never saw that before. Did you ever notice that?
God,
Sure.
We've been doing this show now for about 2 months. I never noticed that
I
before.
got that this summer.
Get rid of it.
It was a gift from my daughter.
No, it's all right. It's
Really?
okay.
Yeah,
Gift from your
Angie,
daughter?
Angie.
Is she trying to tell you something?
Do you know Captain Dave has a 15-year-old daughter?
Really?
Well, she'll be
Angie?
16 in March.
Oh, boy.
She'll be moving down here.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
You're
She's
just...
going to UM.
Oh, boy. I
Oh,
keep hearing all these
God.
stories about all these young girls who are moving down here, okay? I don't want any. We've got plenty of young girls here already, okay? Do you understand? There are plenty of young
Yes,
girls
there
living
are.
here already. We don't need any new ones moving down.
Do we need anything?
Yeah, a long rest in my house. That's what we need. A long rest. Peace and quiet and tranquility.
That's
Did
what
you
I
guys
like.
sign this already?
I immediately signed it, handed it back to him. I read it, and it's so innocuous. I said, hey, here you go.
Yeah,
well, I
me too.
wanted
Get it over with.
to. This is a momentous occasion in my professional life, so
Yeah.
I wanted to sign it on the air.
Go ahead.
Great.
So I have read the policy regarding FCC and
Yeah, that means you're going to stop
standards.
doing all those indecent intros to the show at 6 o'clock.
But it's
if you
always
sign
1
that.
minute before
If you
6.
sign that.
So I agree.
The policy of the station has got nothing to do with the ruling, okay? In other words, they can say it's okay to put indecent broadcasting on at any time. We do not subscribe to that, okay?
That's correct. That's
because
correct.
we be upstanding broadcasters.
You betcha.
Now, we can't get the show on the air, and our engineers are brain dead, but other than
beside
that,
the point.
that's not relevant.
No.
It's not particularly relevant to anything. And we're just stalling for time, basically, is what we're doing, because if you think I'm taking any more calls, you are in a dream world, baby. You are in... Oh, you know what we found?
Mm-mm.
Look at that. Did you find this?
Oh, yeah, I pulled that out of AM yesterday.
Okay, well, I tried to play this yesterday while Elvis Jr. was here, and EJ, I'm sorry we couldn't find it. But a certain unnamed talk host
who tried to play it yesterday afternoon on his show
I've got sunshine
and couldn't find it.
on WINZ.
Okay, that's just a little musical hint, okay? We don't want to mention his name, but a certain host was in here sometime between Friday and yesterday diddling around with carts again. See, actually, the whole reason he's become so surly on the air the last few days, this is like Neil's material withdrawal syndrome that he's going through. No, it is, and he can't get in here, and he can't steal all of our stuff. For example, there are a couple of things we played today for the first time that I know he would have loved, like the Elvis Christmas thing and the La Bimbo.
Oh,
He would have loved that.
yeah. He'd love
And
that
he would have certainly loved, even though he wouldn't understand it, he would have loved that other thing, By Gay. He would have, Goy, or whatever that thing is.
Oh, Goy, yeah.
He
He
would have
doesn't know
loved
what
that.
he doesn't know what
He
Goy
still
means.
would have loved it.
Yeah.
Because he never heard it before.
That was real funny.
It was funny.
Well, you're right about the withdrawal symptoms. Like when somebody stops smoking, they get real grumpy.
Yeah,
for
and of
about
course,
a
we're going to
day.
go through the same thing. Because now we're not going to call Howard anymore. We can't use any of his material.
And we
Like-
can't call Donald and Gregory?
We can't?
Can we?
Oh, we'll call him again tomorrow.
Great.
We'll call him every day.
Great.
No,
On the warm
I
line?
think we ought to have a little thing. Well, some of us already do. No, I think we ought to have a thing, and I think we ought to see if they can muster the courage to buck the management over there. Don't you? By the way, you sound good this morning, Tom. There's Tom Gallagher with the news in the background.
I love the when you call him the nervous laughter at the beginning. Of
Yeah,
the phone
yeah.
call,
As soon as he figures out who it is, which usually doesn't take very long, it's that very paranoid, schizoid laughter.
like a Jack Nicholson type.
Yeah.
Well, I know that director
Kind of
came.
like a cross between Tony Perkins and Jack Nicholson.
Now that's
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
Yeah, it really is.
I know that came from John Moron.
As a matter of fact, you know that when Greg was in Chicago over the holiday weekend, he stayed at the Bates Motel? That's true. That's a true story. And
So if you try and call the warm line tomorrow, I bet you get that dee-dee-dee.
No,
number's
we
been
won't. No,
changed.
first of all, they couldn't change it that fast. That's
This
number
week.
one.
This
they
week.
could.
I think
no,
this
they
week.
could not change it in one day.
If they start at about 9 this morning?
No. And it doesn't. Hey, listen, I want all you bureaucrats over there to know, it makes no difference what number you change it to, because we'll have it the same day.
That's right.
Okay? So it doesn't make any difference.
Just
But
upset you.
The only thing that you could accomplish is put a line in there with no number on it. You know what I mean?
So how did you know that number from when you worked there?
Yeah, that's been the warm line ever since they've been in that building for like 2 years, right? Yeah.
I mean, that lame excuse he gave us that we put them on the air and they didn't know it. Who was he kidding? They were listening.
He said it so mean, too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we cannot talk to you because it sounded
Yeah,
like...
you're violating FCC rules and regulations. You're putting us on the air without telling us.
Ron Reagan's
Like,
press
what did they think we were doing? Just calling him to chat off the air? Just calling him to see how they're feeling?
What the temperature was.
Yeah. Oh, gee. Can't believe those guys. Well, it's not their fault, though. He did admit that he felt badly about it.
Yeah, he has no problem with it.
No, he felt bad about it, not badly.
Yeah.
He felt lousy about it.
They have idiots for management.
Do
over
they
there.
really?
Oh, God. You think it's bad here?
Yes.
Oh, this is nothing. This is child's play.
Okay, now these two engineers who allegedly are on their way over here, we don't see them yet, but I'm sure that any moment. The show ends at 10 o'clock. I just mentioned that in passing.
We got to play commercials.
Oh, we do? Okay. I wonder why he got up and was halfway out the room. It certainly wasn't because he wanted to. 7:37 on Zeta 4. Let's do one of these big commercial breaks. And if you're wondering why we're not taking a lot of calls, we give you 5 guesses, and the first 4 don't count. Okay?
There's something about most $5,000 imports the manufacturers don't want me to say. But you already know the truth. Models at the advertised price often don't exist. Until now. Chevy Import Centers have hundreds of $54.95 cars in stock. Chevy Import Centers now open at all Dave Broward Chevy dealers. See the new 88 Chevy Imports, like Chevy Sprint Metro with an MSRP of just $54.95. Not 1 or 2, hundreds of $54.95 imports in stock. But hurry to a Dave Broward Chevy dealer. At our grand opening sale, you can even pay less. Chevy Import Centers. 54.95 cars that exist.
Okay, it's 22 before 8 on Zeta 4, and we continue to apologize for other people's ineptness. I guess that's our job, right? We have to keep apologizing. We're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry. And here's Brenda Lee on Zeta 4.
You have that somewhere.
Yeah, we do. Probably in the other room. It's in mono.
The other room?
It is interesting that the lines finally got the message that we're not going to be taking any calls. Look at that. That's pretty depressing when you have to sit here and look at a dead board because you can't put any calls on the air, and you keep looking out the window waiting for the engineers to come in, and you don't see them.
I don't see them.
I don't see them anywhere. They're nowhere to be found.
Do they live in South Florida?
There's probably only one guy in the business more incompetent technically than our engineering staff. Okay, it's 21 before 8 on Zeta 4. We're just playing a lot of bits, and that's good because one of our early callers off Rum earlier in the morning, he said that we don't play enough bits like we used to on AM, and then we got like an epidemic, a mini epidemic of callers who started critiquing again and doing their amateur program director bit, and it's not the same as it was on AM, and on and on. Well, how long is that going to go on? It'd probably go on as long. You remember when I used to ask how many people want the news back midday on AM? And I had been on for 10 months doing gigantic numbers, and I sit down, okay, all you people who want the news back, and the lines are frantic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, listen, all you people who want the Breakfast Club back on Zeta 4, we're not going to answer the phone. Let's just see those phones flash, okay? 620-3600 in Dade and 779-3600 in Broward. Come on, let's see you folks wake up and do something important here on the phone. All you people who want, there they go, okay, that's great.
I could screen a couple of these and...
No, you couldn't.
And then
you can't do that, you maniac. You can't screen them.
Make them promise that they won't say any
make them promise, right. Those would be the first ones to blurt out about 6 in a row, okay? Here's six in a row on Zeta 4.
Right after we signed that agreement.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be classic? Hey, now, wait a minute. Isn't that pretty interesting? I don't want to sound paranoid, but isn't that interesting? Like we signed our lives away yesterday and we promised. In fact, they made sure that nobody had their fingers crossed or their legs crossed, and Gene Cashman was upset about that. They made sure that everybody was on their best behavior and signed that little sheet, and we weren't going to do anything indecent, and we were going to follow FCC guidelines. And today we come in, and just by coincidence, the delay isn't working today, okay? So if we hadn't caught it, thanks to that nice lady who called and asked how come on hold she was hearing the same as she was on the radio.
Right.
If it wasn't for her, and the fact that I looked over there with my jaundiced eye and noticed there were no lights lighting on the delay, we could have done something could have happened which we would have been given responsibility.
So you're suggesting
sabotage.
Oh, boy.
So you think there's someone in this building who shouldn't be here?
Here comes 2 automobiles.
Okay, here comes 2 automobiles now frantically in the gate, in the Winds Zeta gate, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look. Okay, the first one looks like, who is it? Oh, is that maniac from the AM sales?
No.
Who is it?
I can't tell yet.
Okay.
It's a government license plate on the
Is
back.
it really? Oh, it's the FCC. They're here to investigate our engineering department. Good, it's about time.
One's Jan.
Oh, one is Jan.
She can't help us.
No. Well, it's nice to see her,
maybe.
though. Yeah, she probably could do a better job than the engineers.
Yeah, good point.
Like maybe putting the plug in the wall would be a good start on the digital delay.
The other's Wendy Harmon.
And the other's Wendy Harmon, who's not going to do us. Well, so that's not the engineers we were looking for, and the show continues to drag on this Wednesday.
I like this conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
I do too.
I have a feeling. In fact, what we ought to do is call up Arlen Specter, a senator in Pennsylvania.
Or what's that guy from New Orleans? What was his name?
Jim Garrison.
Oh, great idea.
And let's check out the assassination conspiracy theories on the Neil Rogers Show on Zeta 4, okay? Because there's somebody in this building who's trying to deep six this program.
So you don't buy that this was just a coincidence?
No way.
You don't buy it?
No chance. Too many coincidences in this part of the building.
They surround me.
Yeah.
I used to never notice coincidences. Now they're all around me.
Yeah, like when I came in this morning and the microphone sounded like we were doing the show 16 feet underwater. I don't look upon that as a coincidence.
Uh-huh.
And when the cart button was popped off there, I don't look upon that as a coincidence. I look upon it with great disdain.
Now let's
and
take
disgust and
let's
revulsion.
Take 2 words, okay?
Okay.
We'll put coincidence over here.
Yeah.
And we'll put ineptness over
there.
here.
And
Yeah.
then you have to have a third category, which would be
On WINZ.
Well, you said ineptness.
Yeah, I know.
And I couldn't resist.
I know what comes to mind.
Hurricane blowing, baby.
Hurricane.
It's still the month of May.
Let's take up a fund for Stan. The old age fund.
I guess you'll say, what can make me feel that way?
I think the Stan Major Senility Fund is just building. Now, he's I don't know what his problem is, boy, but he called last night and it was no problem. I mean, like, off the air, we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But on the air, it's like he wants to have World War III now. And he's not joking. He's serious.
Oh, I know.
He's talking about all that music and trying to prove how much he knows about music. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to prove anything. He just do the damn show. And in the meantime, all he's doing is talking about me. He doesn't have any show. Doesn't have any calls. I mean, he's got some cranks, but there's just like nothing left. He's a shell of the man he used to be.
Well, the other thing he's real upset
It's
about
embarrassing.
is that, like, we had EJ on here yesterday, Elvis Jr.
Yeah.
And we didn't give him any credit.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. He said, how come they don't... he invented EJ and Don Jr.
Well, he discovered.
Yeah, he discovered them.
Yeah.
Did we ask them to come on this show? I mean, I like both of them, and it's fine that they wanted to be in it. Do we need them?
No, it's not that, but that you did have Elvis Jr. on.
No, wait a minute. He came in here to cut a spot.
Right. But
we didn't ask him to come in here.
But he was funny, and we enjoyed him coming in, and
Yeah.
it was great. And he just said
thank
that,
you, Stan.
Yeah, that's what he
Thank
wants.
you so much.
Okay. Now he's happy. You
Oh, is he?
appeased him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We just give credit that
So,
Stan...
in other words, next Tuesday when we have Michael Talbot on, we have to give him credit for that, too?
Did you hear a door?
I heard a jar.
I didn't hear it.
A door is a jar. I love that in your car when you have all that digital stuff, you know, and it says your door is a jar.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Your keys are in the ignition.
Wouldn't that be some kind of a car if your door was a jar? Maybe it would be a specimen jar.
Let's go back to that.
Let's not and say we did.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. This is in mono again.
It's from AM, of course. It's in mono. It's in AM. This has been quite a day so far, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet.
That's right, Glenn. As a matter of fact, it's 7:46.
Yeah, isn't that exciting? Well, let's preempt that. I'm going to call Jeff Stryker, okay? Jeff Stroker.
Well, I just wanna say, baby, I smile all day, baby, I'm never down, baby, I never found. And home I in the car, no matter where you are, don't wanna be alone, you just pick up the phone.
Now, I must be getting psychic in my old days, in my old age.
Psychic,
Yes, or physic.
or something like that.
Now, what did you call for this morning,
No, I need to find out two things.
our young psychotic friend? What did you call for?
Two things.
Yes.
I need to find out if Glenn ever called up Barbie.
Did you ever call up Barbie? He's just wending his way back in here. It's. I thought I put it on. Must have been a Freudian slip. I had his mic off.
Oh, this is, what's his name?
This is.
What's his name?
This is Avram.
Oh, hi,
I
Abby.
want to know if he ever called up Barbie.
No, you advised me not to.
But you still didn't.
I did not call her.
See,
Why not?
He was
On your
using-
advice.
He was using reverse psychology. He thought if he told you don't call her, you would definitely call her.
No, I took your advice. I took what you said about
I
her.
believe he did that because I was sure he wouldn't.
No, I took
He would make a jerk out of himself.
See? Now, are you surprised?
I'm very surprised.
You're astounded.
And disappointed.
That
the
I
other thing, Neil, you remember that guy that you did the answering machine for? That you said, hi, this is my good friend Joe. Remember that?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's an interesting story, but I called up his number the other day, and his mom word out her friends were offended by the word you use at the end, douchebag.
Oh, really? Were they?
Adam edited the call, so there's an abrupt ending to that. And
What does it say? Doo-doo bag?
no, you said, you want me to call her? Just give me a second here, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's going to call it for us.
Get to hear
I'll tell
the-
you, this is such a guy.
Oh, I know.
Lucky he'll answer it.
You're not supposed to talk to him, though, by the way.
I'm not talking to him.
Immediate dismissal. No, I don't mean you. I'm talking to the bird.
I'm not talking to him.
Immediate dismissal.
It's your imagination.
Hi, this is Neil Rogers. My good friend Joel can't come to the phone right now, but if you'll call back later or just leave your name and number right now, he'll call you back when he damn feels like it.
They cut out douchebag, huh?
He because his mom was upset.
Boy, that's depressing, you know?
Yeah, I wanted to call Mike Lance, too. He wants to apologize to you for all the trouble he's cost you for the millions of years.
Good. If anybody owes me an apology, he's one of them. There are
Mind if I give him a call, do I?
few others around. What, are you going to call him now?
Yes.
Go ahead, I don't care. We need to pay for that electric bill. In other words, you want us to take a break?
It's 8:35.
First of all, let me say this to you. It's just barely, not you, it's just barely 8:35. Why are you turning into a nervous Nelly now?
That was for later. I thought you'd look at the screen later.
We'll wake him up.
Oh, I see.
Mike. Hi. Say hello to Neil. Hello, Neil.
Are you awake, Mike?
Yeah.
You sound like you're kind of in the bag, Mike.
No, how you doing?
I'm doing great. What are you doing? You listening to some old jingles?
No.
Wait a minute. Oh, gee, I wish you can't hear it on the phone, you know? Was that a little Stan Major disease I just heard?
Yeah. Mobile.
Okay, now you can't hear this on the phone, but wait a minute. Here's a little something in honor of Mike.
Okay.
I know he can't hear it.
I love this.
What is that?
It's an old WKBW jingle in honor in memory of Joey Reynolds. May he rest in peace. Just for you, Mike. Mike, are you speechless?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, okay, you're listening. For what? Mike!
Yeah.
Speak to it. All the times we never wanted to talk to him, he wouldn't shut up. Now Fruitcake calls him, right, and we can't get a word out of him. You were asleep.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were. Now, how come you weren't listening to the show?
Busy listening to Ranieri.
Oh, he's listening to... Oh, you enjoy listening to a man pick his nose on the air? Is that it, Mike?
No. Remember frequent news, weather, and traffic?
Oh, yeah, frequent. I'm sorry. What a fool I am, you know? And those helicopter reports, I'm sure that Mike is into that real big time, you know?
No, not really.
That Clarence, he's over on Alton Road right now on the beach.
Before I let you go, Uncle, I want to find out, when is Mr. Caller supposed to be in here?
Christmas week.
Christmas week, when Major goes on vacation.
When are you going to, like, warm him up by bringing him in the studio?
Any day he wants. Oh, by the way, I got a great story to tell you about Bill Calder.
Yes.
About my good friend Bill. I spoke to him a couple of days ago, and he said, when are you going on vacation? And I said, December 17th. And you know what I got in the mail yesterday at home?
What?
I got an invitation to a Christmas party at the Calder's house December 19th. That's a true story. True story. Okay.
Oh, is he really going Infinity Broadcasting?
Oh, listen to this. Is Waxy going Infinity Broadcasting? He's the guy that's been starting all these stupid rumors.
Right. Oh, it's not him. I heard it from somebody else.
Yeah, you heard it through the grapevine, right?
I heard that Howard Stern will be in there in the morning.
I got news for you, okay? We just spoke to Howard's producer, or whatever that guy's name is, Mitch. Howard isn't going to be on anywhere, and with the attitude they got up there, it's just as well, okay?
Fruitcake, this is like your Lee Fowler prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another thing for you. Trust me.
Wait. You didn't answer what I said. Your Lee Fowler prediction about Lee going on WING?
He tried to skip by that.
What happened?
That's what I heard. I just pass on what I hear.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I have one more thing which will definitely come true.
Very quickly.
You know that the new man from Kansas City that Y100 brought in?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, he's bringing all his crew, like, Sullivan did from Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be getting rid of some institutional people at that station.
Well, a lot of people on that station, like David Ross, for example, belong in an institution, okay? Okay. See you later. Okay.
Yeah, Kid Curry's over there.
Isn't that exciting? Yeah, Kid Curry. He's got more lives than the ever-ready cat in this market. He's bigger than Johnny Dark. 22 till 9 on Zeta 4. This is Neil Rogers, and I want to clean up your act, would you please?
Hello?
Come on. Would you clean up your act, Calder? Speak to us straight. Okay, now, are you listening this morning?
No.
Oh, you're probably listening to Ranieri. I know you like to hear that nose picking on
Well, I
you.
was listening to the news.
Oh, really? You're the one.
What is this?
Come on, will you cut it out?
What do you want?
I told a little cute story about you on the air. We were promoting the fact that you're going to fill in for Stan. And I hope your disposition on the air is better than his has been the last few days, by the way.
Oh, really? guy?
Oh, yeah, he's really losing it, I think. Well,
Are we on the air?
He sees the handwriting on the wall. But anyway, I was telling the audience a cute story about the fact that I spoke to you a couple of days ago. Do you remember that? Did I tell you who I ran into at the Broward County Fair?
Yeah.
Jerry Sullivan.
He's going to collapse.
Anyway,
I told you this.
When you shut up, do you remember that call I made to you the other day? And you said, when are you going on vacation?
Yeah.
Bill, are you with us? Gee, he's been out of the business so long now, it's like he can't speak anymore. Must be those teeth. Do you remember you asked me, when are you going on vacation? And I said, December 17th?
Yeah.
Okay. And yesterday, this incredible thing came in my mailbox at the house.
Yeah.
And it was a invitation to a Christmas party at the Calder's house.
How did you get one of those?
On December 19th.
Number 9?
Yeah, number 9.
All right, I'm going to tell you something.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Yes, we're here. Still on the air. We haven't hung up yet.
All right.
Doesn't this sound bad, by the way? Oh, that's right. He's deaf. No wonder he can't hear me. You're deaf.
I hear everything.
Okay, I'm
You
sorry.
can hear that cackling in the background.
Okay, just ignore him. Speak to us, Bill. Come on. Oh, he sounds like Greg sounded this morning. Do you know that we called Budell again this morning, and he said they couldn't talk to us?
You're kidding.
And we called him back again on the warm line, as they call it over there, and he was very conciliatory and apologetic, but evidently the management over there does not want us speaking to them on our air.
Geez, I'm going to call him. Maybe they'd let me call him.
Okay.
Well, I'm out of work, you know.
He'd be shocked to hear from anybody but us, I'm sure.
I'm
of
going to
that.
tell you why you got the invitation. Would you like to
Okay.
know?
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
It's always good.
Because you are such an emotional wreck.
That's for sure.
That
especially after last week, yeah.
even though you're not even going to be here.
Right. You didn't want to hurt my
You
feelings.
found out that we had sent an invitation to somebody and you didn't get one.
No, it wouldn't have made any difference. 'Cause- no, I wouldn't. Because
They don't like me anymore. I was only kidding.
Do you want me to tell you something?
I don't come around anymore. That's all. I'm busy. I'm a big star.
Do you want me to tell you something while he's trying to talk? This is the
party. Maybe I'll come back.
This is the same man. See, he's deaf anyway, so he can't hear that I'm turning him way down. This is the same man who on the phone the other day said, "Are you mad at me about something?"
No, I didn't say that. I said, are you mad?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was a good question.
Yeah. And I said, "I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore."
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
You got no room left.
And then that Howard Stern, or was it Howard Beale?
You ought to be happy. What are you going on overnights? I hear they let people go nuts overnight.
On what?
That they can be really filthy.
Not on this station, man. This is the class. We're talking with class.
Hey, listen, am I still on for majors?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And the audience is demanding that you be on this show one day before that, as a guest.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe Stan would like to have you on his show.
No.
How about Jay Michaels?
Maybe Jay Michaels would. Can you sing? Can you sing?
Can I?
Do you have a boombox? If you have a boombox, Jay will have you on for 3 hours.
Oh, God, it's just like old times talking to you, Neil. The same boring crap.
Yeah, the same BS. I know. Well, listen, Bill McQueeg will be on in an hour, Bill.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, me either.
I can't wait. All my old board ops are doing so great.
I know. Isn't it great? And that Craig, I hear he's doing a show in New York now, WOR. Craig, what's his name?
Craig Worthing.
Craig Worthing, yeah. Oh, gee, I'm so glad I made this.
What day do you want me to come on?
Let's see. Now, today is the 2nd?
Yes.
Oh, you want to come in tomorrow?
No!
Are you that anxious?
I'm not antsy.
By the way, for the audience, for the benefit of the audience, you remember Bill Calder?
Yeah, I remember him.
No? Oh, no, they're all nodding. They're all shaking their head no. Well, that's all the more reason to have him on, to refresh their memory.
Oh, God.
Jay, would you like to have Bill Calder on your show
Wait a minute,
someday?
Jay is here. Yeah, Jay said he'd like to have you on.
Jay Michaels have me on?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know how to sing.
So, yeah, he said he doesn't have a boombox.
Yep.
Well, loan you mine.
No, what you ought to do is like come in at 8 o'clock one morning next week, and then you can stick around and spill over on the AM.
Sure.
Well, listen, nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Does that mean goodbye?
Okay, we'll call your secretary to set it up.
No, listen, just leave a message on my party machine.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, get out of my bag, you creep.
Bye. Is he going to say goodbye? He said goodbye, fine. What did he say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I told you that would be a good call.
It was a great call. Well, there he is, Bill Calder, for what it's worth. It's was that a great excuse? I mean, was that a tacky excuse or what, about sending me an invitation to a party that he knows I'm not coming to because I won't be here?
I basically told you the same thing.
I mean, that was one of the most embarrassing things. I opened it up and I said, who is he kidding? I mean, has this man lost his marbles?
They're covering their
tails, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we better cover our tail because it's, you know, the FCC is very concerned about these IDs now.
WZTA, Miami Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Palm Beaches.
Okay. That wasn't